Hey, what's up guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown, and I just finished my GPSL finals match versus Eric. It was such a good battle. If you guys haven't checked him out already, please check him out. He's such a good battler. Yeah, it's a crazy battle you guys will see here. But before, I am always going to do my team builder and show you why I team builded for this finals. So before I start to get into it, I will show you his team. And he has Latias, Clefable, Mega Lopunny, Arcanine, Milotic, Crocodile, Cofagrigus, Ebipom, Steelix, Rotom-Mow, Regirock, and Skarmory. So right off the bat, he's got a lot of threats, honestly. I can't let Clefable start setting up those Calm Minds. His Mega Lopunny is pretty threatening. It has Power Out Punch. That's like one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. And then he also has a lot of defensive threats, so he built his team very well. He has the Milotic. I really got to watch out for it. It's so bulky. I hate playing Milotic. The Crocodile, even a Scarf Moxie, you got to watch out for that. Then the Cofagrigus, you never know what that thing's going to bring. It can be like a Will-O-Wisp T-Spikes user, or it could be a Nasty Plot Trick Room set that could sweep you. So really got to watch out for that. Then he has things like Ambipom that are just going to be annoying and start U-turning out, along with the Rotom-Mow. It's a good pivoter as well. And that Skarmory is something to watch out for too, because it's just so bulky. And that's the typing. Steel and Flying is a very good typing. It's hard to counter. And also the Arcanine. You don't really know what Arcanine is going to do. It can either be defensive with Will-O-Wisp as well, with Morning Sun, and then or it can be offensive banded with like Flare Blitz Extreme Speed. It's so hard to counter. So really tough team building this week, and that's why it's such an interesting team. It honestly is. I don't even have my Mega or anything. And I have one OU so I will show you guys this team building real quick. And the first Pokemon I thought, well, because he has like he has 3 total Fairy Resists, but I wouldn't really count Skarmory as a Fairy Resist, because that thing takes like half from a Spec Sylveon from a Hyper Voice. And then the Steelix is a physical defensive Pokemon as well. So two of those Pokemon are really not Sylveon counters at all, and that is why I brought this, just because there's definitely no way he's bringing both of them too. He shouldn't, at least. And then other than that, the Arcanine can be Spidef, like you could put Spidef investment into it, but it's still not the best fairy counter. So I thought Sylveon would be a good mon to bring, and he should be expecting Spec Sylveon. So I'm bringing the Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, Substitute, and Wish set. Now this set allows me to do a couple of things. I have my EVs specifically designed to to take a Scald or Ice Beam from Milotic, and it's only going to do around 18% to I think 18 is like one of the maxes. So it's going to be, as long as it's a defensive Milotic and has no special attack investment. So I have a little bit of wiggle room for it, and I also have, that's the thing, I need to set up a substitute and start Calm Minding up, and I can beat the Milotic one-on-one if it comes down to that. And then if I get a couple Calm Minds and I'm behind a substitute, this thing really just sweeps everything. So it's really nice to use. Then the Wish allows me to Wish Pass, which is awesome because this thing's actually pretty bulky and has a lot of HP. So the Wish Passes are going to be getting all my other Pokemon a lot of HP back, so that's awesome. And also I am speed creeping his his Clefable, so I outspeed his Clefable and beat that one-on-one as well. Really cool set. Yeah, I haven't brought anything but Spec Sylveon until today, so that is why I'm using it, just so he doesn't know exactly what set I am too. Next we have the Druddigon, and this Druddigon is insane. You guys have seen me use bulky Druddigon, and that's all I've been using is bulky Druddigon. And it's like the Glare Toxic Stealth Rock set with Dragon Tail. But today we are bringing fully offensive Druddigon, and this thing is a threat and a half. I want to show you its base attack stat is 120, and with that Adamant Life Orb Sheer Force boosted attacks, this thing is a tank to deal with. Also, it gets priority with Sucker Punch, which is awesome, making this thing not just a useless slow mon. So this thing's really cool. It has very good natural bulk, actually decent natural bulk. Yeah, so this thing's crazy good. The Life Force Sheer Force boosted. If you guys didn't know, Sheer Force boosts my attack by 1.3 and nullifies the effects if it has one. So say like my Gunk Shot has a 30% chance to poison, it'll take off the chance of poison and add more power to it. So that's really cool. Same with the Thunder Punch's chance to paralyze. So other than that, the Outrage and the Sucker Punch will still do recoil damage to me with the Life Orb, and I will not get my Sheer Force boost with it. But pretty cool set, honestly. My specific EVs are to Speed Creep Clefable again, and it OHKOs with Gunk Shot. And then Thunder Punch is nice for the Milotic. It's nice for, what else does he have? It's pretty much kind of like neutral damage on a couple of things that I don't want to lock myself into Outrage with. That's pretty much it for that one. Oh, and Skarmory. Thunder Punch is nice for Skarmory. Yeah, so pretty much the rest is just thrown into HP to prolong its longevity. Next we have the Donphan, and I had to bring Donphan because I needed a Stealth Rocker and a Rapid Spinner all in one, and who better to do that than Donphan. Also, it's a very, very good physically defensive wall. This thing's a tank. It's pretty much my main answer for Mega Lopunny if it has to come in. I almost brought my Rocky Helmet Tangrowth, but I didn't even use that all season, so oh well, maybe we'll use it later. I think that might be the only Mon I didn't use all season. I'm almost positive I brought everything else, well, except Xatu. I dropped Xatu and picked up Malamar, but I used Malamar in a match, so yeah, Tangrowth's the only Mon that we did not use. And then we have this Donphan here with the Earthquake and Rapid Spin, and then Toxic is just nice to hit those things that want to come in and try to stall me out with another Toxic, so Donphan's pretty cool about that. Also, Sturdy's very nice because I can live one hit and hit back hard, so that's pretty cool. Pretty much all it is Stealth Rock user with Earthquake. Next we have the Crobat, and this Crobat is designed for Mega Lopunny as well. I'm running Inner Focus to not be flinched by his Fake Outs, and I outspeed with my Choice Scarf. So if he wants to go for Fake Out, I knock him out as long as I'm not really hurt. And then if he wants to go for, say, Ice Punch or something, or Return, then I outspeed him and knock him out with Brave Bird. Really, really cool set, honestly. I'm running Choice Scarf Adamant. My specific set is to outspeed Choice Scarf's Latias and Choice Scarf Rotom-Mow. So really cool, honestly. I will outspeed everything on his team. And then Adamant is just for extra damage. And then the rest is just thrown into the HP and defense. I'm an odd number, so if he sets up his rocks, then I will be taking 24%, or I have 76% HP whenever I get back. So then we have the U-Turn and Pursuit also for the Latias, and then Cross Poison for Clefable, and Brave Bird is pretty much just really hard hitting stab, just to hit things very nicely like the Lopunny. Yeah, that's about it for this Crobat set. Choice Scarf is very nice on it. Next we have the Expert Belt Latios. This is the first time I'm bringing an Expert Belt, and there's a good reason why. Because Draco Meteor, if he wants to bring, I don't even think he has a Dragon. Yeah, he does not have a Dragon type, but Draco Meteor is just really awesome stab. I could have bought Dragon Pulse, but I don't really like Dragon Pulse. It doesn't do that much damage. Then the Psyshock is nice for things like Mega Lopunny. Does he have anything else that's weak to it? No, not really, but it's another good stab along with if he's a special defensive wall. If he wants to come in, Psyshock does more damage, so because it hits on the defensive side. So really cool set, honestly. It's one of my fastest mons too, because I brought a very slow team, so Crobat and Latios need to stay alive to outspeed things. Then next we have the Thunderbolt for the likes of Milotic, hitting him with the Expert Belt, and the Skarmory. I think that is it for Thunderbolt, honestly. Yeah, it doesn't hit anything else, just maybe a chance to paralyze too, but that's about it. And then Surf is for Steelix. I don't want to get walled by Steelix, especially because he brought Assault Vest last time, so Surf is still a 2-hit KO with the Expert Belt, and full attack investment, not a attack nature though. So I think Surf is just for the Steelix. Oh, if you wanted to bring Regirock too, and Crocodile, and Arcanine as well. So yeah, that's the reason I bought Surf. It hits a lot of things hard, and it comes in handy. Lastly, we have the Hariyama, and this Hariyama is pretty interesting. It's another Mega Lopunny answer, honestly, and it's my Will-O-Wisp Absorber, because I know he has the likes of Rotom-Mow and Cofagrigus and Arcanine. All have the capability to burn me, along with the Milotic Scald, so I had to bring something that could be a status absorber, and this thing is pretty much one of my only status absorbers. So no Entei, no Mega Scizor, they both get walled very nicely by his team naturally, so that is why we're bringing the Hariyama, and I'm running the Close Combat Knockoff, Heavy Slam, and Bulk Up. So my specific set, OHKOs, Spadef, Spadef Clefable with Heavy Slam right off the bat after no boosts. If I get a Guts boost, then I OHKO a lot of things with my attacks. Like if I get a +1 Bulk Up and a Guts boost, my Close Combat's killing almost everything on his team. Even Clefable takes like 60 to 70%, which is awesome. Then the knockoff for the Cofagrigus, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Close combat's just nice stab. It's mainly just used to take a hit from low punny and close combat it away, because if Crobat died. So I was really planning for the Mega Low Punny, did not see it, so well, I will hop into the battle and show you we did not see it. So here's the battle, guys. He brings the Rotom-Mow, the Arcanine, the Latias, the Milotic, the Clefable, and the Cofagrigus. So no Mega Low Punny, like I said. I was so planning for it, but I mean, I'm happy with it not being here. It's just one less threat to deal with. He brings a bulky team on the looks of it, so we will show you what happens in this game. So really scared. I predicted the I wanted to lead my Dredagon because last time I played him, I don't know if it was him, but I usually led my Dredagon and set up my Stealth Rocks or glared something. So I would kind of predict him to be, or I predicted him to predict that my Dredagon would be a slow, bulky Stealth Rock setter. So I go ahead and I go and lead with my Dredagon, and he leads with his Milotic, and I was pretty caught off by this. I didn't think he would, but I have Thunder Punch, so he goes straight for the Ice Beam, and luckily does not get the freeze, and I'm able to hit him with a nice Thunder Punch. And he is Spit F, I calced it, so I can just go for the Sucker Punch here, and it kills him. So that's really cool for me, because I predicted him just to stay in. He outsped me and try to knock me off, or yeah, knock me out with the Ice Beam again. So I'm able to get the Milotic out on turn 2, which is fantastic. So then he goes into Clefable here, thinking that's a counter. But remember, I told you guys I had Gunk Shot, and Gunk Shot OHKOs this thing. So we are able to get rid of the Milotic and the Clefable on turn 3. I was pumped. I pretty much knew I was in the front run from this spot on. And then I get a nice Sucker Punch damage off on the Latias to pretty much just put this thing away as well. He hits me with Draco Meteor, knocks me out. Not really too concerned about it. We get to see what set he is, because he is the leftover set. And that's really nice for us, because he's not Choice Scarf or something threatening. So I can go into my Crobat. I have Pursuit and U-Turn, but I decided to go for U-Turn over the Pursuit, because I thought if he stays in and goes for the Draco Meteor, then it's just not worth it. So I went for the U-Turn, knock him out, and now it is 5-3. We're in this pretty nicely. So looking at his team, I go into Hariyama, and I wanted him to go into Cofagrigus. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. But like I said, U-turn because it's better. It benefits me more. Then I go out to my Hariyama here because I wanted him to go out into something that could Will-O-Wisp me, and everything he has on his team can Will-O-Wisp me. So I am the Guts, and I wanted to set up a bulk up and pretty much just make sure I knock out something else on his team. So he goes out to his Cofagrigus, and I was like, great, set up a bulk up here and pretty much be a good wall to him. I don't think Shadow Ball is going to do a lot, but he goes for the Specs Psychic and knocks me clean out. So I was totally blown back by that. I did the calc, it was definitely Specs. I had, no, I didn't have any Spit Up, so going to Latios here because he's not going to want to stay in. So I can pretty much just go for a Psyshock. It hits everything on his team very nicely. And I'm able to do a nice 51% to the Rotom-Mow. And I was kind of scared because looking at his set, he is not bulky, so I was kind of predicting the T-Wave to come in here, but I knew it was my best play to just stay in and go for another Psyshock. Like I said, it still hits everything on his team very hard, and if I was Life Orb, it'd be doing even more damage, but I'm not wearing myself down, which is nice. So I stay in, go for the Draco Meteor, which had a nice chance to kill, but unfortunately we missed, and this is the part where I got very scared. I thought I might have just blown the game by missing that Draco Meteor, and I was getting kind of mad, but anyway, I go into my Sylvia. I'm a pretty good special wall, so I predicted him just to go straight for the Arcanine, but I had to go for the Hyper Voice anyway, because if he would have just stayed in and went for Shadow Ball, it might have been a 2-hit KO. I did not calc to see what it was, but he goes into his Arcanine. I get to see what kind of set he is, and he is bulky with the leftover, so that's pretty nice to know. So honestly, I can just switch back out into my Donphan because there's nothing this thing really wants to do. My Donphan is a physical wall, and he goes for the Toxic. So I was predicting Will-O-Wisp. Toxic is even better because my Earthquakes will still be doing a lot of damage to him, even if he is a rather bulky set. So he goes back into his Crobat. I predict that and go out into, he goes out into his Rotom and I go out into my Crobat because I predicted that. And I know he is Choice Scarf, and he thinks I am Banded, so because that U-turn killed, but I'm Choice Scarf adamant. So I go for the Brave Bird, knowing it knocks him out, and I outspeed him. So that's really nice to know. The Rotom is dead. So now his fastest mon is gone, and now this Crobat can sweep in the end if it has to. So goes out into this thing, not staying in because he could Flare Blitz me. So I got into my Donphan here, and he goes for the Fire Blast, which would have done a decent amount of damage. Unfortunate for him that he missed the Fire Blast, but maybe it's Pokemon saying justice for the Draco miss. So Donphan's in here, and I'm just gonna click Earthquake because I have no reason not to. I live 2 Fire Blast no matter what, and actually I live 1 I think after the toxic damage, and I get a crit on the Earthquake. Unfortunate for him, but like I said, this Crobat could have finished this thing off if Donphan went down. So Crobat kind of just won the game if it did not. And I'm able to kill him with the Earthquake as I outsped him because it looks like he was a tricker. No, it looks like he was just really slow set, I guess. I don't know, Kofag's base speed. So I am uninvested Donphan as well. So he goes into the Arcanine. My play here is just to Earthquake it down and then kill it with Brave Bird in the end. And then even if that doesn't work, then Sylveon can finish the game. So I Earthquake again, and the Toxic is wearing me down. I could have went for Toxic, but I didn't want to play around the misses, so I just keep going for Earthquake and wearing him down. And it's doing more than his Morning Sun would get him. So he goes for the Morning Sun here again, and after this Earthquake, I get a critical hit, and we are the champions of the GPSL. We go undefeated all year, which is awesome. I did not lose a game. Still undefeated in the league format, which is so cool. I can't wait till next year. I don't know where I will be next year. I could be doing GPSL again next year. I've been trying to get into a new league. I will let you guys know if I do get in the new league. So really fun battle, really fun year actually. I had a blast with it, even though like 2 people or 3 people dropped out of the league, and we had to go ahead and go to playoffs right away. But still, fantastic league we had. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm just happy we are the champions, and brought home a title for you guys. So I will keep you guys updated. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to stay updated. I will tweet out what happens and when it happens. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really happy to be the champions, and I will keep you guys updated. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you liked the video, and I will see you next time. See you guys later.